What's up, guys? Welcome back. I hope I don't sound too melodramatic when I say that it is with a heavy heart that this video will be the last entry in a series of videos on the Darius games. Whereas to some, the word Darius doesn't mean anything at all. To others, including myself, the Darius formula has been a game changer. Pun intended. I'll give you that one. There might be a few more. A little over a year ago, I started by taking apart the Darius Cosmic Collection featuring all of the arcade releases, at least most of them, including the very first arcade game from Darius featuring a triple screen arcade cabinet, a unique one in video gaming history. Soon after, I checked out the Darius Cosmic Collection featuring all of the home console ports. All of the 8-bit, 16-bit games, some of the toughest in this series, including my favorite, the Japanese exclusive PC Engine entry. More recently, I had a look at the new collection, Darius Burst Another Chronicle X+, which is my favorite game in all of the series. Wonderful edition. The only game that was not brought over yet was G-Darius. Until now, that is. Now that the story is over, the last chapter has been written, the after credits recorded, it's game over. That was the second pun. I sincerely respect you guys for sticking with me and checking out all of these Darius games, because each single entry is worth checking out. So I sincerely hope that you'll take this last flight with me in the Silver Hawk as we're going to check out G-Darius HD on Nintendo Switch. The G-Darius release for PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch includes both the original game from 1997, which was the first game in the series to feature 3D polygons, and the much upgraded HD version. From the main menu, you can access several features, including screen options with customizable backgrounds, scan lines, and all that. There is an achievement system, which is a nice bonus, as well as the online leaderboards, where I somehow managed to climb up to the 3rd position, which I can only ascribe to me playing the game shortly after release. And finally, an in-game manual. G-Darius employs the age-old horizontal shoot-'em-up setting, but includes some interesting diagonal parts as well. Although nothing too difficult to navigate, this game features wondrous level designs with 3-dimensional backgrounds, something which would be much expanded upon in Darius Burst at a later stage. Apart from the 3D visuals, what really sets this game apart from all of the other entries in this series and the genre at a bigger scale is the original capture ball mechanism. Because of this, you can use your enemies in a great variety of ways, including the possibility of using them as an option, adding firing power and somewhat of a shield. You can use them as a nuclear bomb, exploding everything in sight, or you can turn them into a gigantic energy beam. The capturing mechanism is not limited to regular enemies though, as you can and very well should also capture the mini-bosses. These guys really pack a punch and even have a special move which you can activate with a traditional Hadouken. I'm not joking, really, a simple joystick roll together with pressing the firing button will have your mini-boss trophy go all out. And the fun doesn't stop there, as all of the various enemies to be captured have unique abilities. You can review every single one of them, including all of their stats, in the capture gallery. G-Darius HD is a solid entry in this series, which does a lot of things right, and it sports some of the best boss introductions this series has ever seen, and some of the best boss fight in the series as well, with all sorts of boss transformations and capturable smaller enemies and mini-bosses, tug-of-war games of you and your opponent letting loose a massive beam attack and all that. Overall though, the levels are a tad short, but nonetheless hard to the bone, complete with forking path level choices at the very end of each level, as well as within the levels. I'm also a very big fan of the music composed for the series, and G-Darius features possibly the best soundtrack in the Darius games, named Adam. Check it out. As is custom with many of the Darius games, there is a nice little prologue and epilogue, both of which are well worth watching. Thankfully, publisher ININ Games, who has been kind enough to send me each and every entry in the Darius universe, thank you ever so much, keeps up with the traditional game releases, unlike some others out there who unfortunately resort to streaming services. In terms of performance, I do have to mention though that the various slowdowns from the original game have been maintained and carried over, something which is not linked to the Switch's performance. In conclusion, I regard G-Darius to be a great game, truly, but just not quite as good as Darius Burst Another Chronicle X Plus, in my opinion. It definitely packs a punch by throwing in new gameplay elements and branching off into another visual style with the, at the time, new possibilities with 3D polygons, and for that it should be respected and cherished thus. And with that guys, I am signing off. I'll be working on the next review and hope to see you there. In any event, do share your experiences, feedback and plans regarding this game down in the comments section. Hit the like button if you have enjoyed the ride, as it helps out in these search results. And I will see you next time.